لينا وهبة
Hello.
فرحات.
Yes, no worries. They will be admitted. Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining our weekly mastermind every Monday with business owners sharing their business, about their business, sharing what's working in their industry and in their business, and then talking about their challenges also in their companies. And during the time, we will be sharing all our insights between the business owners and also between the participants. Before I, one moment. So before we start, we will be presenting the Aces of Ventures for those who don't know about it, and then we will continue with the business owners. So the Aces of Ventures is a global decentralized entrepreneurship accelerator. The idea came based on my experience in the entrepreneurship field. I've been training and speaking about entrepreneurship for the past 14 years in 53 countries. And when Robert, my co-founder, came to me and he said, Andre, we don't want to miss the Web3 wave. And we started thinking about an idea. You know, as business owners, you capitalize on your experience and your knowledge. That's why we launched the Entrepreneurship Accelerator, and we linked it to NFT. Basically, the ACEs are those who succeed in something in their journey. You call them, that's an ace, or they aced something. So we called it the Aces of Ventures. And we came up with the aces and the cards because when you speak about entrepreneurship, you use the terms all in, they take risk, they know when to play their cards, when to burn their cards, and it's all about the cards. So we created the visuals and the artwork as cards, and we gave them utilities. For example, the Jack, those who hold the Jack when they buy the NFT, they will be submitting their pitches to our community. Those who hold the King and the Queen will be voting for the 5 people who will be pitching every week. And then our community will be voting for the winner. And the winner from each 5 who are pitching will be having or offered a prize. We will be talking about the prize in a few. So as I mentioned, we are 2 co-founders. We have a big team of more than 20 members in all sectors and tasks. And the challenge for all the entrepreneurs is to pitch, and we are offering them $1 million for 100 entrepreneurs. And we segmented them. The idea stage entrepreneurs will win $5,000. The prototype stage entrepreneurs, they will win $10,000, and the growth stage entrepreneurs will be competing for $40,000. And if you think about it, 500 entrepreneurs will be pitching and 100 will be winning the $1 million. But what we are providing as value, these 500 will always be meeting with potential investors from all over the world. As we mentioned, we are attracting entrepreneurs globally, any country, and in any sector. It's not about the tech or NFT, because some people think it's linked to NFT and the projects needs to be in crypto or NFT. No, it can be even in agriculture, or Fadi will talk about the good times in a few. Even Fadi can pitch for the $40,000 because he's in the growth stage. And what we're providing as value to the community, we're also bringing 100 speakers from 50 countries. So far, we brought people from Italy, UK, 3 countries in Africa, and the US, and Netherlands, and Estonia. We're bringing people from all countries to bring value to all the entrepreneurs. And during our roadmap and journey, and you will know about it more on Discord, we have burning events to decrease the supply of the cards, of the NFT cards. That's how we can give more value to our cards. And we will be offering perks and unique deals or offers. For example, you can burn your NFT for an iPhone, or you can stake your cards, hold your cards for a giveaway or a sponsor deal. What my best actually milestone in the roadmap is the merging of two NFT cards. When you fuse them, two similar cards, you get more benefits. One of them, we will be launching a token, so you will generate tokens, which is somehow passive income for the entrepreneurs, and you will access 1,300 airport lounges worldwide. That's one of the perks. Of course, we will have more partners and sponsors along the way, and they will be giving many gifts to the community. We already started with Live Forex Exchange. They provided 30 vouchers of $30 to our community. So in a nutshell, that's our Aces of Ventures. That's our project. And today we have 4 business owners. I will ask them to introduce themselves and introduce their business briefly, and then we will have another round of questions. I will start with the lady, Romy.
There is another lady. Hello. Hi. So my name is Romy Aswad. I'm the founder and director of Yaraka. Yaraka is a social enterprise acting as a hub, bringing together dance artists with other industry professionals and business professionals. We do productions in a versatile form, and we capacitate artists in business thinking and marketing and legal practices. And some of our dance productions have been on Netflix in Expo 2020. It can be very versatile.
Thank you, Romy. Fadi.
Hello, my name is Fadi Aziz. I'm the founder of The Good Times. Well, technically, we produce za'atar. For you who doesn't know what za'atar means, it's a Lebanese herb that you can drink it or eat it. So basically, we work in the full value chain. We have our own farm, and we also work with farmers. So we grow, we process, we post-harvest, we process, we do our own mixes of za'atar and other products related to za'atar. And we have the finished product that is in the market locally and internationally. Thank you.
Thank you, Fadi, for joining us. Roland.
Thank you, André. My name is Roland Bitar. I am the co-founder of Local Host. It's a startup based in Lebanon and operating in Lebanon and in Cyprus, actually. And now we are growing in the growth stage. Our mission is to connect investors with real estate opportunities via a trendy economical business model. So what we do is we seek for opportunities in real estate, especially in targeted locations, heritage location, in location where we focus on the local experience, and then we renovate the assets. The assets can be old houses, heritage houses, old apartments in regions like Beirut, Ashrafiyya, Hamra, Mar al-Khair, Jamaize. We also have now in Batroun, in the old town of Batroun. We have in Faraya. We now have in Cyprus, in several cities also. And our mission is to bring value to those assets, and then the investors will benefit from the rent. We will rent them via Airbnb and other short-term rental channels to travelers, to expats, to business visitors. And we also have in our mission the benefit for the local society. So via this model, we also bring a very big value to the local society because they will offer their services to the travelers. So this is in a nutshell our business model.
Nice. So we have Romy in Lebanon, but operating regionally, also Fadi in Lebanon, but exporting worldwide, and Roland in Lebanon and now in Cyprus. We have Shofu, who is, yes. Shofu, you're from Nigeria, right? Wait, I will ask you to unmute yourself.
Okay, yeah. Good evening, everybody. I'm from Nigeria. All right. So
Can
my
you
name
please
is.
introduce yourself? Yes.
We cannot
We can't hear you.
Okay, you can hear me. All right.
So can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
better now.
Yes.
All right. So good evening, everybody. My name is Shofu Babarala. I'm the CEO of Shofu P Solutions Limited. It's an IT consultant business. We also offer digital marketing services for professionals, web designs, and digital branding for professional companies in Nigeria here. And currently, we own also a pest control business, which is known as the SB Fumigation Service. It provides professional, effective pest control treatments, so residential and commercial places. Then also, we just launched an online radio, which is named the Insights Radio, to provide information into environmental solutions and sustainable pest control solutions. And it cuts across different sectors like industries, family, educational, and also many other sectors like that. That is what we are looking forward to also put up more information out there, because we believe in solution, we believe in the process, and we believe that if people are well informed, then to get a solution to every problem makes it super easy. That's basically it.
Thank you, Shofu. And now I will turn the view into the speaker, and I will start again with Romy. Romy, the second question is for everyone. It's what is working in your business now? It can be in your company, it can be in your strategy, it can be in your industry, but tell us what's working for you or your industry now.
So what's working for us right now? We're not used to being asked this question. So that's a very nice question. Usually we're being asked the opposite. I guess what's working for us, ironically, is the COVID worked a lot for us. So the situation of going online and changing platforms was something that helped our business grow. We managed to work with suppliers who are not just in Lebanon. It allowed us to be also interesting for clients and customers in the region. And it allowed us to have more possibilities. So I would say being online has been really good for the development of our business.
And what did you bring online? Can you tell us more?
Yeah, so one, we did, for instance, trainings. We were doing trainings for, as we said, creatives and artists in business acumen, which was with Andre. And this one was done for artists from Lebanon, the region, and Europe and the States. We brought online series and films online. We were discovered for, so basically our projects revolve around, they could be positioned under entertainment or trainings, capacitation, and across the board, we were able to really innovate and digitize our work. And that was very new for our market.
And well, I wanted you to talk about the glimpses of the future, but you talked about my training. Can you introduce the glimpses of the future in like one sentence or two sentences?
Of course. So glimpses of a future is a docu-series that, as I said, is on Netflix. And the whole process happened with people being remote, each one in a country, in a different location. They didn't meet each other. Each person worked separately, the dancers, the writers, the filmmakers. And then there were 17 artists, and they all came together at the end. We collected their work and created 8 stories, short stories of up to 5 minutes. And that was like an anthology. So it was about reimagining the future after COVID. And that was where resonated so well with people that we knocked on the door. Thank you to our distribution agency, and we were chosen for Netflix.
Yep. Thank you, Romy. What I like about Glimpses of the Future, not only that it made it to Netflix, but also because it combined the dancers from a country, the writers from another country, the music composers from another country, and the direction and the management from another country. It was like a multinational, each episode is a multinational project.
Exactly.
Great, Romy, and we're happy to host you today. Fadi, what's working in your business?
What's not working is I don't dance, so it's not good for one. So first of all, thank you, Andre, because you're organizing this. Well, actually, what is working? Thank God I went into the agricultural field at the right time, at the right moment. So so far, what's working after the crisis? Unfortunately, after the crisis in Lebanon, we've witnessed a lot of people from around the world, and especially the Lebanese diaspora, who are interested in exporting Lebanese products worldwide, which is extremely good and bad at the same time, because it's good that that now they know that they realize that there's a really beautiful products from Lebanon that can be exported. Unfortunately, we're facing a kind of an issue, because exporting product is not just like a hobby or just I want to export these products. So you need to, if you are the person that you need to export these products, you need to understand the market. You need to have the right linkages, the right key to go into the market, and really put the products on the right shelf at the right brand positioning in the right location. And this is where we're facing a bit of delay of how to export outside Lebanon, because we are facing the problem to find the right partner to be able to be really put the product on the shelf worldwide. Okay. So the positive thing is that the diaspora, which we know that it's ×4, maybe ×5 from what we have in Lebanon, they realize that there's beautiful stories in Lebanon, there's beautiful products from Lebanon, international standard. So this awareness couldn't be happen without the crisis. So hopefully, slowly but surely, we will reach to a position where we really things will be much better on international level. The positive thing also in Lebanon is that now Lebanese consumer, now he has the tendency to try Lebanese products. Before they didn't dare to do that because they didn't care. They were very you know, they had their comfort zone where they just buy anything. They were very cheap. Everything was very cheap. And they didn't believe also in Lebanese production. Now also after the crisis, unfortunately, and luckily actually, now Lebanese consumer behavior changed, and they are more open to try Lebanese products. They are more confident to try and to consume and to also talk about Lebanese products. And this is something also positive. The negative is the devaluation, is whereby every day you have to deal with the market and you have to deal with the daily obstacles, I call them, and not challenges for the local.
We'll be talking about the challenges after this round. Fadi, I know that, and I need to highlight this. I like when I know the business owners, so I can capitalize on some stuff that I already know. What Fadi did in the good times is that he took a product, and this is a lesson for every entrepreneur. He took a product from our heritage, like I guess all our grandfathers used to eat za'atar at the time. And
every Lebanese, actually, not used to. Every Lebanese all over the world.
Lebanese.
No one leaves the plane Lebanon without having za'atar in his bag.
Yeah. What I mean is, like, from ages, this is in our food. And I remember that when we were children, we used to have this sandwich at school. We also have the pizza style in the American feed. It's manouche or manouche in the Lebanese way. Every weekend we used to have it. It's like a gathering for the family, and we eat it. And he took this product, he innovated in the recipes, he innovated in the packaging, he rebranded it, to look like a very, can I say luxurious product or
Yeah,
highly
gourmet,
positioned
fine
products?
food, fine food.
Fine food, yes. And now people are eating it or are purchasing it for the value that is positioned with this brand, not only for the taste, with the innovative recipes that Fadi created in the good times. And well, the coincidence is that we give names in the fine food for caviar, for example, and Fadi has a recipe, and I love it. It's called the caviar of za'atar. I just had this delicious taste.
By the way, it's out of stock now, and people
Yeah,
are putting that name on the waiting list.
it's
This
always
product.
out of stock and on the waiting list. I was lucky to get 2 jars last season.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to convey here, not only to promote Fadi, and this is our right to promote him because we're having this just to show success stories and real human beings behind every brand, but to also tell entrepreneurs, we look for innovation in technology. We look for innovation in now, for example, the NFT and the Web3. And innovation can be very simple. Taking a product, creating the right positioning, branding, and be a little bit creative in the recipes also. So thank you, Fadi, for this story. And I would like you to add if you have any insight about it.
For the time being, no. I always tell people, especially in Lebanon, produce locally and think globally. And this is what maybe is part of the success of the good times, and hopefully it will be also part of success of many other brands in Lebanon, because we really have a lot to offer. Our cuisine is very rich. Our moon is very rich. So if we play it the right way, not like what's happening now. Unfortunately, now you see everybody is doing everything, and they're copycatting. So, but we have really a diversified portfolio of product that we can create from Lebanon, and that we can really, if you just focus on one thing and make it happen and think about it, we can create tons of ideas and new products from what we have, from the existing products or line of Mooney products that we have.
Fadi, how many countries you're exporting to, or you have exported so far to?
So far, we planted seeds in more than 9 countries. We have in the US, USA, Germany, Dubai, Kuwait, now Qatar, Australia, Canada, and sorry.
That's fine. But I don't see African countries, right?
So far, no. We have just a small hobby in Abidjan, but it's still a hobby. It's not a real business. This is what I was talking about, that there's a lot of goodwill for people that they want to help us. But really, if you don't, especially if I'm talking to myself as a brand owner, if we don't find the right distributor partner, all the other stuff are really like nice stories to tell and good to talk about, but it's not real business. When we need to talk business, we need to be really on up to it, and we're talking distributors. And there's a lot of potential, huge potential in the market outside the world market. So you really need to find the right partner.
Well, we have Shofu. The reason I asked, we have Shofu from Nigeria, and we have Fayo. I forgot from where, but I know that from Africa, because that's how we met in the African panel. If you want to contact Fadi, I encourage each one of the business owners here, please include your website and your Instagram or any social network that you would like people to connect with you on. Write it in the chat, please. Contact Fadi. Romy, I count on you to put the Netflix link also on our chat to share it with the community. Thank you, Fadi. Roland, what's working in your business? You need to unmute yourself, Roland.
I'm sorry. So now the business is working, but it will work better now. I will contact Fadi and take some products from him, because we have every month 6,000 or 7,000 tourists and expats coming to our places. So we can sell them this your products from the Lebanese land, and we can also put them maybe in Cyprus. So we'll be in contact with you after this.
Great. I'm sharing my contact also.
Yes, thank you, Fadi. So
that's why I like masterminds.
Yes, thank you, Andre, for always connecting us together. So what's working now? In localhost, we had a very big growth during the last 2 years. In 2020, we were based in Beirut, basically, and with the blast, when we had the explosion, we were almost all our assets were almost destroyed. We had 50 or 60 apartments, and we were left with 10 or 15 apartments in the Matan area, and the surrounding of Beirut. So we started from scratch, and now after 2 years we have 200 apartments, 200 units, and we are in 5 cities. This is how we can benefit from the crisis. In my opinion, the crisis is a learning experience for everybody. It's a learning point. Without the crisis, we could never expand, because we never thought about it. We never thought that we can diversify our work and expand from this small country, which is, in my opinion, a very good base. As Fadi said, you can work locally and expand from Lebanon. Even in our business, we don't sell products, we cannot export, but we export our expertise, we export our services, and we export our hospitality, our Lebanese hospitality, to the region, and maybe later to all over the world. So what's working is the interest that investors have in our model, because many landlords, there are many apartments that are free, that are vacant, and landlords want a chance to generate money. From the other hand, there are a lot of travelers that are seeking for local experiences other than big hotels, big fancy hotels, and big fancy condominiums. They want to live the local experience. They want to go to the shop, which is the small shop, not the big supermarket. They want to go to the small restaurant. They want to live as a local. So this is what's working now, and throughout this new way of renting houses, a new lodging experience, we are expanding. And investors from the other side are also being attracted to this business model, because they don't have banks anymore in Lebanon to put their money in, and they need new ways to invest. So this is what's working now.
I don't know, everyone I speak to about localhost, they tell me, but there is Airbnb. So just because I know what you do, can you please explain to everyone what's the difference between localhost and Airbnb for the user and for the investor, the one who has the apartment?
Yes, Airbnb is a platform. It's a platform connecting travelers to landlords. So our business model is based on short-term rental, and Airbnb is one channel to market for the properties, and it's not the whole business in itself. But Airbnb is like Kleenex, and when we say Kleenex, it's the tissue, it's not Kleenex. So that's why Hoover, same for Hoover, same for many brands. So Saha, for example, it's the water, it's not Saha. So the same, our business is short-term rental, but Airbnb is one very strong communication channel on which we can communicate for the assets. And the landlord we will take the asset from the landlord, which can be an apartment, a building, a villa, anything. We manage it from A to Z. We take care of the maintenance, of the cleaning, of the communication via multiple channels, among which Airbnb. But we also have Booking.com. We also have our channels, our website. So Airbnb is one way of communication for our business model.
Okay, thank you. And this also explains the benefit for the landlord, because you take their properties and you put them everywhere.
Yes, exactly.
And you also manage them. It's not only about listing them. You also take the property, you manage it, you communicate with the users or the clients, and
yes.
Also the client service, the customer service is also.
Yes, we also have a customer service excellence center here in Beirut, and serving all the region, serving Cyprus and soon Dubai and Turkey and all the region. It will be serving all the region. Now we transform the asset into a money generating asset, and we take care of it on behalf of the owner. So it's hassle free for the landlords, and we transform this asset into a money generating asset.
Nice. Fadi, you had a question?
Khalas, he answered. I missed the location, so he said Lebanon and Cyprus.
Yeah, for the time being, yes.
Can you share the website, please, now on in the chat room, please?
So, Shofu, what's working in your business?
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm currently in the pest control business, and I've been in the industry for the past 3 years. And so far in the pest control business, we've noticed a lot of downtime when it comes to technology, when it comes to digital applications in the industry. And so far, I would say we're like the first person that brought up the digital idea of bringing in digital presence, digital branding, bringing up innovations into that industry, into the pest control industry. Because here in Nigeria, when it comes to pest control, it's just like the way backward. So teams of applications, even people, when it comes to awareness, people in the at the household, even offices and commercial facilities, when it comes to pest control, they still see it like the olden days. So we bring in digital innovations into the industry, such like digital branding. We consult for brands on how they can implement digital tools and how to make their systems work perfectly. We have a partner in India when it comes to ERP software and also website designing, digital marketing to bring up their digital presence, on online presence and every other stuff. That's what we do. And that's what has been working for us majorly in the pest control industry. And we look forward to also working outside just the pest control industry. The name of the brand is Shofu Solutions Limited. And we look forward to working with other brands, not only in Nigeria and also other countries, even in different countries. And what has made us stand out in this industry is the application of digital tools and digital innovations in the industry. Recently, we just launched an online radio, and the aim of this online radio is to provide information. Formerly, it was known as the Pest Insights Radio. So it's a 24/7 online radio. It was formerly known as Pest Insights, but we got to a certain stage that we need to expand and not just limit it to just pest, even though that's just the idea. So we have to bring up innovative ideas around it and put it into environmental solutions, pest and pest control, family discussions, also entrepreneurship, something like this. So we have sessions that we bring in professionals from different industries, different sectors to educate people based on their own experiences about how they've worked in their own industry, to let people know about it, because we believe in information, and with information, we are gradually going into proper solution. That's the idea behind the radio. So this innovation and technology tools has really been working for us and has made us stand out in industries, even in the pest control and even beyond just the pest control industry. And as it sounds now, we're looking into media and advertisements and other stuff. So that technology has increased our horizon into different sectors also. Thank you.
Is it an online radio with subscription, or is it a public radio where you don't have?
It's a public radio.
Sorry?
It's a public radio, and it works 24/7. So anybody from anywhere can listen to it. Can listen from anywhere. I will just share the link. It's just insightsradio.net.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, it works everywhere. Countries.
Thank you. Thank you. Is it in English or is it in other language?
English. The broadcast language is English. But we have programs that have to do with our own dialect. This is the Yoruba language. So we are also increasing, the more we grow. And we just recently brought in a radio host from Namibia. So it brings up the possibility that there's possibility of us to go across different states, different countries, different cities in the way we broadcast, in the way in our shows, in our hosts. We've had programs with top professionals from California, Canada, and so many other countries like that. So the diversity is really, really large. Depends on what program we want to bring up that professional. So we are ready to invite any professional that is ready to share their experience. And we also open for partnership support from different states. Anybody, right? So that's
sure.
It. Yeah.
You may join our Discord. I'll let Jimmy put the link in the chat. You may join our Discord channel, and later on, you can also promote your radio and promote your business and ask for guests for your radio station. Great. Thank you, Shofu.
Thank you.
I'll conclude with the last question for all the speakers, and I will go back to Romy. Romy, what's the main challenge in your business right now?
I believe it's hard to say one main challenge. There's a lot of challenges. Of course, this context in Lebanon that my fellow speakers also are talking about, the devaluation, the volatility of the situation is very major. But I would say basically two big things, which is I have a big challenge in our ecosystem. And in terms of clients who are ready to, to really understand what we're able to bring in as value and reach out for that. And then we have also the talent that is also in Lebanon, like leaving. And even if it's outside of Lebanon, finding this talent and finding talent who would understand what you're working with is also very major. So this fluctuation, this difficulty in the ecosystem is very major. Like it's hard even to, look for the skill sets that you need. Every time you have to onboard people and work with people, you have to train them again, or, there's a relationship to build. But once you build a relationship, it's solid. So I guess this is very important for the growth. And we're finding solutions for that, where we are positioning ourselves in a place where we can facilitate more and more the development of this ecosystem. But there's a lot of gaps, and it's very, very big. And we're developing more and more partnerships in order to tackle this subject.
If you would like to ask a question for the business owners here about a challenge that you're facing and you might need any insight from them, do you have any question in mind now?
I guess what would be interesting is, because what was very interesting, and I realized every time Andre would come back and highlight certain things that we're doing in a certain way. And so a very important point of developing your market is being able to identify and show the value that you're being able to bring to the market, right? And so when you're growing outside of your country and other regions, how are you positioning yourself and getting across this added value? Why you in a much larger competitive or like landscape?
Who would like to start answering?
Well, actually. To be very honest, yes, you're right, Romy, because when you are living in Lebanon and facing that we have here and maybe our fame in the country, at the end of the day, when you go outside Lebanon, you realize that you're only just one dot in this ocean. And you will see that there's a lot of things that should be done to compete and to be up to standard. I'm thinking from my side of the business that you need to be able to produce, because and this is actually part of our challenge, and this is what we're planning to. This is why we did a business plan to put things on the right track. Is that when I was saying that we need to find actually, I'm going to answer you also, Andre, because our big challenge now is to find really the right partner outside Lebanon. Okay, a real partner. I'm not saying that what we're doing now and all the partners that we're working with are not up to the standard or up to the level, but they are extremely good elements, but they cannot allow us to grow big or beyond of what we want to go. So this is our main challenge, is to find the right partner. But once we find the right partner and once we hit the jackpot, then we should also be ready, and we should also be able to scale from our side, from the whole business, the whole value chain. And what I mean is that not if I'm able to produce. The thing is, do I have the right partners from the farmers who will be able to scale and work with me to scale the production, to be able to be up to the standards in terms of food safety and agricultural practices, good agricultural practices. This is the challenge, and where we need a bigger responsibility from our local market, because, as I said, maybe we have a good reputation in Lebanon, but at the end of the day, if you go, let's say now our main market, or we are now good position in terms of sales in Dubai, maybe, or in Germany, but we're nothing. What we believe that we are good in Dubai is that no one knows about us in Dubai. It's very small percentage of people that. So once we're gonna reach, if we promote properly and we have a new market for that, are we able to sustain, to grow, and to have the responsibility and the right partners to grow? And this is the challenge, because as you said, Romy, now unfortunately in Lebanon there's a lot of how do we call it? How do we say it properly? The good minds are leaving Lebanon. Okay, the good brains are leaving. I'm not saying that we are not good brains, but there's a lot of new generation, and usually these are the target that we need them to work with, are leaving Lebanon, and now we're struggling to find the proper people. And from HR perspective, yes, brain drain. To be able also to work with us and grow the business. And this is what we're facing now. So yeah.
I guess now we have
I don't know if I answered
two
the question.
challenge. Yeah, I said now we have two challenges on the table: Fadi's challenge and Romy's challenge. Any good insights from? And I think now Robert, my co-founder, also joined, and he also had this challenge of finding partners abroad. I'm not sure if Robert would like to add anything about this.
No, I need help in that. I put a task. I did something. I tried so many things, and the newest thing I'm trying right now is I have to say 500 times that I'm giving $10,000 to whoever puts me in contact with a distributor in another country if that distributor buys for $100,000. So that's number 58. I tried different things. To write it. So when you put a target to yourself.
But you want distributor for what?
For a nail polish brand. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I have a nail polish brand that's doing excellent in Lebanon. We started in Qatar, and we almost started in Saudi, but there were clashes between Saudi.
What's the name of the brand?
It's called Lexi.
Oh, Lexi.
Why do you
You
do
know
it? You're a
Lexi,
guy.
huh?
I use it because I eat my.
With your nails. Okay.
Oh, it's recorded. Sorry, guys. I have it.
I guess his wife used it also, right?
No. This is something that actually you did, guys, for just not to eat your nails.
Yeah.
It's not for.
Mhm.
It's not ornaments, Andre. مش للفاشن.
See, so I'm trying new things every time and I'm keeping the hopes up, but at the same time, I try to keep the brand doing very well where it is so that whenever there's a contact, we can tell them just look how well it's going. And each time, different ways that might be weird, that might caught your attention. I'm gonna get a lot of DMs. I want more info about your brand. Each time I say people talk to me, so I increase my chances of it working. And just takes once. If it takes once, a distributor that starts in a big country, then we're good.
This is what we were struggling with.
Yeah, Fayo is asking a nail polish brand Lexi. Yes, Fayo, and I would suggest Robert if you can put any link for them to know about it. I remember you also have a YouTube video. Okay, so next is Roland. What's one challenge that you would like to have some insights about, maybe?
Yes, now we have many challenges now. The manpower or the brain drain is one of the challenges Romy and Fadi talked about. In Lebanon, the major challenge for us is energy, because the cost of energy is now high, and we are facing a very big challenge if we don't solve this issue. What is on the positive side, everybody, including us, started to implement energy saving measures, and personally it's one of my favorite fields, energy saving. And now we are going for solar energy. We are saving energy in homes. We are using energy saving air conditioners and equipment. We are using energy saving cards. So our homes are turning into green homes with green generation and energy saving. So here again, a crisis or a challenge is turned into an opportunity, and it's also an investment opportunity, because when you invest in green energy, you make return. You're not only solving a problem, but you are investing in projects with very high return on investments and financial figures. So this is our first challenge in Lebanon. Our second challenge is how to scale. So now we are going from a small to a bigger to a medium or bigger company. Now we cannot take care personally as founders of all the operation. We have to reflect ourselves in our team, in our employees. So this is a challenge. We have to set very strict systems. We have to set very strict procedures, and we have to copy paste ourselves in all our employees, because 2 years ago we had 5 or 6 employees. Now we are at 30 or 35 employees. So now our main challenge is to duplicate our spirit, our mentality, our way of work via the systems and procedures and the spirit that we should create with the employees. So this is the second challenge, which is creating scalability and keeping the same quality.
Roland,
Are you doing anything to do execute on that? Yes.
Roland,
Yes.
we didn't mention we only mentioned one challenge, eh? So if you want us to talk about all our challenges, we're not gonna stop.
Seriously, I'll open my accounting system. That's a whole other challenge.
But Romy, you asked about how to establish yourself abroad. No, this was your question. Anna, in my opinion, if you are trained in Lebanon, you are trained for resilience.
This is for sure for all of us.
Yes. So you've done the best training you can do in the best university of the world. So if you have resilience, it's the success, the key success factor for any for any business expansion outside. And usually the people outside don't have it. So they are less resilient to change, to crisis. So when you are outside, you start realizing that you are better in resilience. And now the world is in crisis. Now we have a worldwide inflation. We have increase in prices. It's not only local. So now you have this advantage when you are outside as a Lebanese trainee or as a Lebanese entrepreneur. So don't worry about it.
Any feedback for Roland before we continue with Shofu?
I think Shofu will also have input on when we talk about resiliency and the difficulties and the challenges, I believe. So I think it'd be nice to hear him out. We've been focusing so much on Lebanon, but we know there's so much out there as well happening.
Shofu, go ahead. What's a challenge in your business?
When it comes to Nigeria, on its own, there are a lot of challenges that if you are not strong in the system, in the Nigerian system.
For one moment, you're using I guess a virtual background which is reflecting on your face. Maybe if you would like, remove the background.
Maybe the challenge is the internet connection also, like us.
Yeah, so when it comes to the system here in Nigeria, running a business is quite not easy, all right? And you have to just be strong to carry along with the challenges. Let me give you an instance. My partner in India, because we deal with ERP software, can you imagine that my first clients that I sold an ERP software to, till date, she has paid me, but cannot make payments to my own partner in India, just because of the transaction currencies and exchange rates and bank policies and every other stuff. You can't do Western Union, you can't do dollar transfer. So it makes it super, super uncomfortable. But I must tell you that if you are not strong in this sector, in this country, man, it's not easy. So the major challenges, has to do with the resilience, and also has to do with awareness, information. All right, even in the pest control industry, which I currently work there. When it comes to pest control, the olden methods, these strategies of how they do pest control, everybody just wants to take chemicals and blow around their own apartments. But it's more than that. It's sincerely more than that when it comes to professional treatment. There are products that are quite not available here in Nigeria, so which are not as easily accessible. Most of these products are maybe agrochemicals. So all those things are major challenges here in Nigeria to be able to run a professional company. Information is very, very much low. People just do things based on whatever they see. All right. So if you're trying to bring up innovative ideas, your price will surely be expensive and they can't afford it. All right. So those things are major challenges. Yeah,
continue.
Okay, all those things are major challenges that has been really, really bothering a lot of professionals in terms of how they can manage their staff's overhead, transactions with other countries. So it makes all these international partnerships maybe not easy to do, but if you are strong and you are capable of running the whole business way, it's going to be super fine with you. And if you can be able to withstand a lot of pressure. All right. So me personally, I really can work 24/7. All right. So if you can withstand that pressure, the vibes and everything stuff, you'll be super fine with the whole system, and you surely make it out of it. That's just the way it works, and that's the solution. Yeah.
Shofu, I know that in Africa you have a challenge of transferring money and also taking out money from the country. How are you facing this? Because recently we started having the same in Lebanon.
Yeah, so the exchange rate increases. In fact, just recently, the naira to a dollar, as of today, is around 610 naira. So before, it's almost like 300 naira. It started increasing, 75 naira started increasing like that. Imagine you buying dollar for about 610 and tomorrow it's going to about 650. It increases.
We're having it every day.
Shofo, it's normal for us. We cannot imagine. We are living it.
Yeah,
So don't...
yeah, that's what I'm telling you, because we're having it. That's why I'm asking, what's your current solution for this?
Currently, well, my own partner because my own experience with this dollar exchange rates with my partner in India. In fact, I have to just hold on with him, and he has always been disturbing me that I just need to find a way to make a transfer to him. If I can't find a transfer, if I can't do any transfer, we tried PayPal. PayPal is sending half of the money. Imagine that kind of thing. We just tried the dollar, and I sent the dollar, and he's receiving just 0.4. So that means if I'm sending over like $100, it's going to be like receiving $50. So
does they take a charge for it, or you mean you cannot transfer more than this?
No, there's always like an high charge. Even to get $1 is not easy here in Nigeria.
Wow.
To get $1, I must tell you, it's quite not easy. You getting the dollar, and the dollar is increasing every single day. If you get $1 now, you have to transact immediately. Don't wait on it.
And did you try to incorporate your company elsewhere, for example?
Yeah. So we are currently looking forward to, in terms of online payments, that makes it more easier, depending on the feasibility. And I must say that the technology here in Nigeria is increasing drastically. Right, a lot of people are going into tech right now, and online payments getting super closer to building up transactions with other countries. So it's not a fair, alongside a long run, everything will super get fine. That's something that we all believe here. That's why we are strong here in this Nigeria. We believe that there will be a solution at the end of the tunnel. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. All right. So that's the belief that everybody and everyone has. So that's why we keep pushing. We keep pushing every single day, every single time. And at the end of it all, we'll surely get a result. And I must say that technology is making the payment super easy, but depending on the country, I just think that based on my own transaction now with India, I just think that it's based on the company strategies on how they can accept payments, because I've tried online payments with India and every other stuff. So it doesn't stop. It all depends on how innovative can you come up with your own strategies. How innovative are you as a business owner or as a company to be able to hold these international transactions? Because dollar increases every single time, and you must understand the system here in Nigeria or in Africa, basically. So you need to work alongside with that strategy. So that's the best way, sir.
Thank you, Shofo. That was insightful. Not so motivating for our future, because some people, I guess Robert mentioned, Shofo is describing the future of Lebanon. But yeah, we're all in this. When they ask me what's common between Lebanon and African countries, I'll always talk about this. Thank you. Before we leave, I would like each one of you to mention one lesson, one story, one lesson or one sentence for every aspiring entrepreneur. And I will start as usual with Romy.
That needs a bit of time to give out pearls of wisdom. Can you repeat those? Still, give me a little bit of time.
It can be said in a different way. What's one tip that you would like to know as a 16 or 18-year-old Romy, like 2 years ago,
That's a good one. Well, there's two things. If it's something I didn't know, I knew, but I didn't understand the value of, I think it's connecting with people. I know it's your slogan, Andre, but when you're innovating, when you're working on your business, there's always a priority. But then you realize that really connecting with people is really the core of your work, no matter what kind of work you're doing. And I would say another thing that is very important, which will sound cliche, but it's very genuine because, again, we were very tested by this in the last years. I think determination. And determination doesn't mean that it won't be hard and you won't feel at lots of times that it might not be working or that you can't get through. But it's like this very weird feeling of like you're blinded and no matter what, you're going to see it happen. And that's something that's very crucial, I think, for a business owner. Obviously, not to be like ridiculous about it, but it's important to really keep going, and adapting, like non-stop adapting all the time.
Very good one. Thank you, Romy. Fadi?
Romy, 100% Lebanese.
I didn't mean it, by the way, but yeah.
Definitely, I join my thought with Romy. I will go back to what I said before, is that I always tell people that produce locally I forgot it.
Produce locally, but think globally.
Think globally,
export locally.
Yeah, it's not think globally. I believe in all the business, any kind of business, not
but
only.
But please, Fadi, repeat it because I'm gonna take it as a shot from the video again.
Produce locally.
Sorry, guys, it's your sentence, by the way. It's your sentence.
Let's ask Shofu.
Produce locally, think global. Produce locally, think globally. Really, I believe we have a lot. I'm not only saying about Lebanon, anywhere in the world, we have a lot to offer. Being Lebanese or non-Lebanese, we have a lot of things to offer. But the very positive part is that we need to get inspired from abroad. Listen, see what's happening around the world, read what's happening around the world, and then do whatever you do best in your country and export it outside. Because even if your target is to export, but also even for the population who are in the country, also it's good that you present something new for them. And this is what happened with Good Times. So when I start doing the Good Times, everyone was saying that I'm stupid, I'm crazy, by the way, I come from a branding background, so I was doing I was head of design in one of the major company in Lebanon, and for people it was like, why are you going there? But when they saw that I'm doing something, that I took something purely Lebanese and I transformed into something really international, from the name, from the branding, from the taste, from the story, everything changed for them. The perceptions changed, and now they are more like, wow, this is, they are proud that they are holding this product in the market and or sending it to their friends or as a gift outside Lebanon. So this is the key thing in any business that we do. Really, if we produce what we do best on a global vision and the global standard, then it will be amazing. And of course, definitely determination. We have to be adaptive. We have hope. We should hopefully see the light at the end of the tunnel one day, maybe one day. I don't know. So, but we have to keep moving. We cannot stop.
Of course. Thank you, Fadi. Roland.
Andre, my advice is to always be to wait for the crisis. I'm not saying I'm saying that you shouldn't be sad, or you shouldn't be afraid, or you shouldn't be desperate when you have a crisis, because believe me, the crisis is where you can have an easy added value over your competitors.
Romy بلشت ترقص بأرضها. رومي بلشت ترقص بأرضها.
But seriously, يعني.
But that's also a quote from Warren Buffett. He says, a crisis is an opportunity not to miss.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we don't want to wait for it, though. Sorry, I'm so sorry, Roland. Go ahead.
But be ready for it.
Yes, you should be ready. And in my opinion, if you can benefit, it's the biggest growth you can do is right after a crisis. And the biggest growth anybody can do is right after the crisis, and you should know how to maneuver during this crisis. And of course, you should be resilient. And you should be resilient and never lose hope. And customer, in my opinion, if you enjoy dealing with customers, if you enjoy feeling satisfaction in the eyes and in the heart of the customer, you will always do it, no matter what. So this is my advice for everybody.
Well, what's really common in the chat is that people are asking not for a normal year, not even for a normal month, not even for a normal week, normal day, one day with no crisis.
I want to sleep one night. I want to sleep just one night after 4 o'clock. I don't want to wake up for one night.
Keep your crisis to yourself. I love this.
I want to free my mind for one night.
Exactly. Okay, Shofu.
Yeah, so when it comes to an entrepreneur, the best thing I would advise an entrepreneur is to work with someone that's been there before. You see, when it comes to something that's ever worked for me so far is working with elders across different industries, not just your own industry. Have a mentor, own someone with a good experience, because they've gone through the errors, they've gone through this, you've gone through the mistakes. It's easy for someone that has gone through those errors to walk you through a journey rather than going alone. You will go there. Instead of you to go short in a short while, you go in the shortest. In fact, if there's any other English apart from shortest, you will go at that kind of speed. And people will be wondering how far, how come you just entered the industry from anywhere and you are like this. It's not like that. It doesn't work that way. But because you are working with people with the great mindset, with the mindset that has opened and expanded different horizons. So it makes you think globally, it makes you think like a king. All right. So you can be thinking in your mind that you're a king, but when you go with people with well experience and good exposure, you go far. That's something that has worked for me. Another thing, again, is also to have a good network. Your network is your net worth. Great minds to work with, super great minds, intellectual minds to work with. The amount of people that you work with, the amount of friends that you have determines your own net worth, determines your own capacity. Recently, I've been working with the man I call a mentor. That man is super. I can say that I just finished the training with him in his company, and that training today has expanded me in that aspect, because I do digital marketing also, consult for brands, and invited me to speak in his training, and everybody was wow. It opened my capability, opened my capacity. This morning, I got another call from another training academy. They invited me to come and speak, to train in their own training in July. That won't happen if I've not gotten him to be my own mentor. So have a mentor, work with people, and as you grow, build up a very good structure in your business. Structure and have a very good brand. Build up a structure in your business. Sincerely speaking, I'm at the stage of scaling up in all my businesses. I'm at the stage of scaling up. And something that's ever worked for me is the right people and the right team. Me currently now having over like 3 brands that I'm managing at the same time. I have people across these things, across these places. I can't be at the pest control parts and clients are calling me again. I can't be at the radio aspects and people want to listen. I can't be everywhere at the same time, but I have team. And this whole project that I've started for the past 3 years, these old ideas that I've turned into a business for the past 3 years, I've built up people. And the most important thing that has worked for me so far that makes me stand till now is the fact that people are well impacted. When I see people with the results that they can say it anywhere. I work for this person, and even at their young age, because I have young people that are working with me. People like, I've worked with this person, I'm working here. I'm always happy. It gives me that joy that yes, I'm making people out of just these things that I see as just a normal work day.
and people are getting results. People are going out there to say, yes, I can stand here. I have an experience. I made this thing. So build up your value, have your own personal value, respect people, build your network, and also get a mentor. That's my best advice that worked for me so far. This year in particular, actually. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shofu. I'm so aligned with the mentor thing. And I believe every entrepreneur needs a mentor. But what's more important is what I always mention from Jim Rohn: you are the average of the 5 people you interact with the most. And by giving you the opportunity to interact every Monday with our mastermind business owners, we have more than 5 business owners here. I hope that you are gaining the mindset of real entrepreneurs. Please join us on Discord and interact with each other. You can introduce yourself, you can promote your business on our Discord, and you can ask for any mentorship or support in your business. Thank you everyone for joining us today, and see you in other events that will be launched also on our Discord.
Thank you, Andre. Thank you.
Thank you, Andre.